Tehran and I have been fooled on a few occasions.
No.
Yes.
Tehran has never been fooled. George almost possibly got fooled. Here's what happened. George was hanging out with a girl, okay?
Oh.
And we don't know that this girl used to be a
hold
man.
On, hold
we
on.
do not.
If you've seen Girl Trip, I want you to listen very closely to this story.
So George hung out with a girl, okay? And then we're hanging out and we go out. None of us think the wiser. We're very new to LA and to this culture.
Right.
And Tiffany Haddish, very good friend of ours, who is in the movie Girl Trip, and she kills it, walks up, gives us both big hugs, meets the girl, gives her a hug, and while she's hugging the girl, looks at George and goes, as in check the Adam's apple.
No, and
Adam's apple.
And she whispered, check the neck, homie.
Yeah, check the neck, homie.
Oh
And
my
it goes,
God.
Terrible time for my
And then-
phone to die,
yeah.
so everyone on the live stream thinks that like I slept with him.
Yo, so then,
Oh my
then,
God.
so George, ever since then, got paranoid. Like, went through her Instagram, saw that she had no young pictures and stuff. And this actually brings up a really good conversation piece: is does a person who's transgender have an obligation to tell someone when they're
Absolutely.
getting dated, when
Yes.
when they start dating? Now, because there's two sides to this argument. A lot of people are like, yo, sometimes it puts their life in danger. They don't have an obligation. Why would that matter? That actually says more about you as a person than it does about them.
Yeah.
If you like someone, then you like someone, right? So why does it matter?
I mean, like, from how I look at it, I feel like I'm okay. Like, whatever anyone decides, like, I'm like, okay, do that. If that what makes you happy, do it. But you should allow somebody else to make the decision whether they want to partake in that. That's how I feel.
I think I agree with what you said.
Yeah.
But I think in a sense, it's like if the person is really involved in your life, obviously if you feel comfortable speaking with them about something like that, because it's a very personal issue and it also comes down to like a mental type of state as well.
But if you're about to hook up with somebody, like, it's not
okay,
like,
well,
like
that's
a one night
different.
stand.
That's different. I didn't know
right?
if you
At
if
what
we're
point?
talking about
Like, is it kissing or sex? Like, at what
Oh, I see
point
what
do
you're
you have
saying.
to?
Yeah, I think-
like
are
when do you
obligated?
let them know?
When do you let them know?
Yeah, I think that, obviously if it's something sexual, then that's both parties, but if it's something that has to do with you just meeting
my
someone
phone
or
died.
like,
Sorry, cut you off. My phone died. I'm on the other phone now, so
George,
it cut off.
okay,
at a
he just
very
doesn't want everybody to
auspicious
think that he
time.
had sex with a transgender.
That didn't happen.
And anyways, like I was saying, I think that when it comes down to it, if in fact you are just meeting someone and it puts you, I've actually read stories that, like younger people are coming out and they're saying, hey, I'm transgender, this, that, and the other. And it's put them in harm's way. I just don't really feel as if it's anybody's business to put yourself out there if it endangers you as a human being. But if you're obviously partaking into something that it involves another person, then yes, I think that it's your responsibility.
Is it any more, and a question that came to my mind as I heard you speaking, is it any more necessary to disclose your gender than if, for example, you have a chronic health issue? Because if it's, in my eyes, right, and I'm not equating the two, I'm just saying if it's really all about loving a person's soul, I'm kind of taking it beyond the human body. That's what I do sometimes.
That's what we should
For
do.
example, one time I met a lady, we were kind of talking, and she actually had recovered from cancer. So she was uncomfortable dating me knowing that she had, cancer before. And in my head, I'm like, that has no bearing on how I see you. Like, I'm attracted to your aura, your personality, your soul, not like anything truly bodily. Although she was gorgeous, it was more of her character. So when I think about the transgender issue, a lot of my friends playing sports growing up or being in the DC area where it's maybe less common than it would be in LA, people were really closed off to entertaining that. And I'm a heterosexual. I do not seek someone who's transgender. I prefer a lady.
But how do you know if you fall in love with someone? How do you know?
That's what I'm saying, though. Like,
how do you know?
If someone falls in love with someone, like my friend was catfished, and she basically was in a 3-year online relationship.
I don't get how that works.
Who ends up, she ended up meeting, we got a lot of viewers because this is a great topic and great guests. Hello, everyone. Shaquita, Jocelyn, Joelle, what's up? So,
your friend.
So basically, back to the friend, she finally meets this person. This person's a woman. And she realizes she's in love with the person and actually dates the person. and almost changes her sexual orientation. I guess, I don't know if they call it fluid or for this person.
Right.
And they had a relationship, and now she's back to dating guys. But I was trying to conceptualize what her mindset was, and I respect the fact in a way. I don't respect the fact that she was catfished into the situation. It's better to be honest, but I respect the fact that she was true to her feelings for this individual.
Absolutely.
And I can't say that I would be strong enough to do it like she did, because of my preconceived notion of who I am and what I want to be.
But that's the thing. We should all check it. Now, here's my concept on it, right? So I want to know if you used to be a guy. The same way I want to know if you used to be married or you have kids or anything about your history before I involve myself. Why? Because let's take the sexuality out of it. I want to have children. And if you used to be a male, I can no longer have children with you. And that makes a big difference before I get really attached to you.
Tehran, do you
so
really
life
want
plans.
children? Because me and Tehran's parents are like, where are the grandkids? Like,
My
at this
mom
point,
is
do we
too.
really want children?
No,
Like,
I definitely want children because I want to have soldiers. Like, listen, I'm going to raise
my goodness.
perfect.
A military
and
army.
if you disappoint me, you're gone. Do you understand?